let's talk about what is probably the most powerful tool of reality creation. What is the most powerful tool to really manifest, create, attract, achieve the life and things that you want in your life? And that is visualization. Visualization is that powerful tool that really helps you communicate what you want to create in your life to your subconscious mind, to the deepest part of your mind that can then start to work on it. Unfortunately, for a lot of people, we miscommunicate with our subconscious mind, or we lack the tools, the way, the knowledge, or the understanding of how to properly communicate with our subconscious mind. And so in this video, I'm going to share with you the 4 steps that I follow in my life when I visualize that it works for me. I'm going to keep it extremely simple, to the point, so that you know exactly how you can manifest what you want through the power of visualization. So let's go straight into this video, guys. And the first thing I really want you to understand, that this is really all about communication. How to communicate effectively with your mind, especially with your subconscious mind. And we're gonna give you that analogy of the mind being like a GPS. You see, what you really want is a clear destination. Where do you wanna go? What do you wanna do? What do you wanna create? How do you want your life to be? That's the destination, right? And so you wanna be able to clearly put that into the mind, into the GPS, so that then the subconscious mind can create the best route to get there. Now I want you to notice that getting clear on the destination and setting that destination is your conscious mind job. We could say that the conscious mind is like the goal setter. The getting you there with the idea, with the synchronicity, with the plan, with all the steps that comes in, is your subconscious mind. Okay, so we could say that your subconscious mind is like the goal getter. And so unfortunately, most people either lack the clarity, so they have this vague idea of this is what I want, so to speak, but it's maybe big picture, too broad. Or what I notice a lot of people actually do is they know exactly what they don't want, and so they tend to focus on what's missing, what I don't like, what I don't want anymore. And what they don't realize is this is actually planting a different destination in the GPS. And so the mind then starts to create a route to go there, to create more of that. And so they start to struggle, being like, why is there all these conflicting things when I'm really trying to manifest what I want? Is because they're not aware of how they're using the power of their focus and how they communicate with the subconscious mind. So I really want you to understand that you are always consciously or subconsciously communicating with your subconscious mind. And this is where visualization kicks in, because you first need to value that tool, and you must value it enough so that you see the importance of making that a part of your daily life, daily routine, just like showering, brushing your teeth, eating, doing all those things. Visualization is as important. And that's the reason why this has been taught for the longest time, whether it's Neville Goddard, Napoleon Hill, whether it's Tony Robbins, Sadhguru now, Dr. Joe Dispenza, even Napoleon. I'm currently reading the biography of the French emperor, right? And he was famous for sitting in silence and going in his mind, in his imagination, toward the battlefield plan, the strategy that he wanted to do in certain wars, certain fights, certain battles. That's visualization, right? So people were doing it throughout history, whether they knew it, whether they were taught about it, and they do it because it works. And so keep this in mind. Your subconscious mind is like a 3D printer, and when you visualize, you are able to give a new blueprint, the plan of what you want to create, and then let that deep, infinite intelligence of your mind get the rest of the job done. So here are the 4 steps to visualize correctly. It works for me. Keep it simple, because the last thing you want is start to think, am I doing this right? Should I do it longer? And having that voice that just messes up the whole process. Keep it simple. Step number 1 is this. You gotta know what you want. And this goes back to what's your destination, right? And so if you are clear with it, go straight to step number 2. If you need a little bit more time, pause this video and really reflect. It's not good enough to know what you no longer want. What do you really want? What is the specific? What would it look like? Who do you need to become? Go really deep into answering this question as much as you can right now. Okay? And then step number 2 is this. Step number 2 is about sitting down relaxing. So you close your eyes, and this is why you need to take at least 5 to 15 minutes a day in a place where you can be undisturbed, where your phone is out of the way, is on silence, your freaking watch is not gonna beep with notification. It's your time to create. So you gotta love yourself enough to make that freaking time, okay? Nobody can make that time for you. So all you need to do is you start that 5 to 15 minutes, you sit down in a place where you're comfortable, close your eyes, slow down your breath, and just relax. Do not overthink this process. There's many ways you can actually help yourself go deeper, right? But we're not gonna go into there now because we simply wanna keep this process simple. The more you do it, the faster you will go into this deeper state of meditation right? And that's great. But if you're new into this process, wherever you're starting from, your mind and your body know exactly how to relax. So just focus on your breath, calm your breath, and for 2, 3, 4 minutes, stay there, and you will be in a state of relaxation. That is good enough for what we're doing in step number 3, imprinting that vision onto the subconscious mind. So step 3 is to visualize the end result. So in your mind, you go in your mind and you create a scene that represents your goal already being done, achieved, complete. It's not in the process, it's not about to happen, it's not like one step, it's the end result. And this is where it looks different for everybody. So what is your goal, right? And how would it look like? For example, you have a YouTube channel, right? Maybe you see a certain amount of followers, maybe you see yourself being monetized, maybe some certain amount of views, maybe it's people sharing your videos or commenting. That could be something, right? It could be you getting ready to go to that new job. Maybe you want a new car and you see yourself already driving that new car. Maybe you look at yourself in the mirror and you see yourself having lost weight, looking fit, feeling really good about yourself. So what would it look like if you already had what you want? Something that tends to work very well for a lot of people is to hear people congratulating them, or to hear themselves tell people about the success they've created and what happened, right? So play with it, find what works for you. So step number 4 is to simply repeat that scene over and over and over and over in your mind for the rest of the duration. So if you put a timer for 15 minutes and that scene takes like a minute or 30 seconds or whatever to see it in your mind, then you repeat it over and over and over and over again, and you really try to get emotionally involved in it until it starts to feel natural, right? Because your mind doesn't know the difference between imagination and reality. So with repetition, you're firing those new neurons, you're creating those neural pathways in the brain, right? You're creating a memory of the future event that will take place. And so the more you give it to the subconscious mind, the more the subconscious mind will take it. And the subconscious mind loves repetition. So repeat it, repeat it, repeat it. When the timer kicks, open your eyes, take a deep breath, say thank you, thank you, thank you, and you go and you do whatever else you have to do that day. That is the 4th step to really visualize in a simple way, because this process is simple, and over time you can make it yours. You can play with it, you can adapt, you can just do what works for you. Stop being worried about what I could do wrong and all these kind of things. Stop overthinking it. Keep it simple. Here's a few questions I always get asked. What is the best time to visualize? I highly recommend either in the morning or last thing before bed. Why? Because this is when your mind is most open. You're in that alpha theta brainwaves frequency, meaning your subconscious mind is wide open for new information. But if that time doesn't work for you, meditate anytime, any chance you got is better than not doing it. And another question I often get is, how long should I visualize about that goal? And this is where it gets different for everybody, right? You either do it until it happens, or you do it until you have that sense, that feeling of certainty where you're like, I know it's gonna happen. I know my subconscious mind got it. I know it's going to happen, right? That sense of certainty and faith behind what you want kind of shows you that it's been imprinted in your mind. So there is no dot answer here. Go with your feeling, go with your intuition, and that will work. The most important is that you stick with it. Don't be, one of those person that hear about this once again, and you read about it again, and you saw it again, and you use it for a few days, and then you stop, right? I strongly invite you to make this a part of your day-to-day life, to take this process, use it, make it yours over time, make it a part of who you are, because it works and because it will radically change your life. This is a powerful tool to create consciously the reality that you desire and to achieve whatever goals you set for yourself. So let me know what you think down in the comment. As always, thank you for watching this video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button because it really helps me grow this channel, guys. I will see you next time. Thank you. Be well.